morning, good morning. All right. Yeah, there we go. We should be good. Sweet. We had a 15-second inversion level this morning already. Before the news came out. I want to wait till Powell starts speaking. I know he already spoke yesterday, so he's probably not going to say much different today. Says the same shit every time. Let's see if we reach up here. Fast little 15-second inversion move there while leaving these equal lows. 3-minute time frame inverted this gap, push higher. And there we go. It's right to that high there. Sweet. Nice little morning tape read, but it's cool to see how we can get price to reach towards that area. $950 macro here. Higher high, lower high. Inverted this 30-second. I want to watch this reach down to these equal lows. These equal lows. Potentially even lower to these equal lows. We're bouncing between this fair value gap and this one now. Got an internal high there, left this high, these equal highs up there. So we'll see if this just sends price lower or not. Three-minute does not look ready yet. Personally, I'm staying out of this one. Watch and see if we work our way down. Equal lows right there. Order block. It's being respected. The target lower. See that? The order block was respected right here. Just coming right back into it though. we got Paul speaking in about 7 minutes from now. So we'll see what he says. He's not going to say much different. So we're probably going to get some movement at first. That's what I'm guessing. And then it's just going to follow through with like what we have in the chart. Which, I go to the 1 hour time frame. We just took out this high. We have these equal lows now, right here, that were just created, with a 1 hour fair value gap right down below it. Right down here. I'm going to mark up this fair value gap right there. We have not yet tapped this 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm going to change this to a 1 hour. So it's supposed to be a 4 hour, but still got to wait for that to close, because that's also a 4 hour right here. This 1 hour fair value gap got traded through and then back up above it. So as you can tell, traded right down through it, back up above it. So I'm thinking we can get some type of distribution up here to sell off at some point. Maybe. A drive higher of some sort, some type of liquidity, or a sell off, retest, something like this. That'd be cool. It's whatever it wants to give to us. I like these lows if we go short. Because we're all-time highs right now. We got like nothing to target up here. There's nothing to target up there. Alright. If we do a standard deviation of this leg down, we're already at the standard deviation. We hit it to the point. See? Exactly. Like to the decimal point there. Rejected off it, created more relative equal lows here. I know this took the low, but it's still relatively equal. We got more down here. I'm going to take a trade on my funded account today and my 150k eval. We'll see how it goes. We've got a higher high here, lower high there, even on a 3-minute time frame. Looks like we're going to invert this 30-second. If we push a little lower, I don't know if it's gonna. It might not. It might just keep rejecting that 30-second per value gap. Yeah, for now. This is the gap I'm looking at right here. So if we close down below that, I would say next target would be here, here, potentially down here. If we keep rejecting here, maybe we rip up to this high first. Good morning, how you doing? Yeah, so now we're building liquidity up here too. So now we got these equal highs. So if we do end up coming down here without an entry, and we get a good entry down here with SMT, with ES, maybe we can look for an inversion to buy up to these equal highs, if everything's aligning with a bullish bias. Okay, we're about to close down below this gap now. So I want to watch and see if we're going to target this low here. It's already moving really fast. So you'd want to pay attention to see if we reach towards this low now. We close down below this gap. So if we're going to go bullish, you'd have to break this order block and this gap here that I had marked up. Until then, we could look for a retest to trade to here. Potentially lower. But it's not quality to me because we left equal highs up here. I know we have the SMT, so higher high, lower high. but this is just something to observe. This is not like an A+ setup. Alright, we got Paul speaking soon. 10 a.m. Yeah, patience is key. The biggest focus in trading should be focusing on your execution quality. And like journaling every day, and if you feel like an emotion coming on, like have it be like FOMO, like what's causing that FOMO, what's making you want to enter, like what's causing that, and then having a correction to it, which is like mine is to realign myself to understand that missing in a trade is just an opportunity for me to like review and improve quality execution. Because if I missed a trade, it obviously wasn't clear in the moment. And it's like, how many times am I going to take this shitty setup before I realize, like, it's actually, like, FOMO? And how can I be okay with missing low-quality trades? Because if it was high quality, you would be taking it. And, like, you got to be okay with missing out on moves, which is why I was marking up a potential short here, and I'm okay with missing out on it, because it's not quality. Yes, it has SMT. Yes, it has relative equal lows down here, but it's not quality. So I'd rather miss out on that and be okay with it. Because, like, look, it just came right back up into this gap here, and I'm trajecting this order block. Is this really price action that's highly probable? No. Absolutely not. And, like, judging yourself at the end of the day based on quality execution versus your P&L is really what's important. So if you take a trade according to your plan, completely focused, good quality execution, and you lose the trade, but you followed your plan to the T, then that's a win on the day because you followed your plan and you had focus and you had patience. But if you won the trade, that'd be awesome too. But like, I'm just trying to say, like, that's winning, and P&L is not the focus. Like, I've been on a winning streak like the past, was it like two or 3 weeks? 2 weeks, really good, like, winning streak. Got a few more funded accounts. I got halfway on the 50K here. No, 150K, 150K on the eval. And then I had like a losing day yesterday, and like I was completely fine with it. I followed my plan, and in hindsight, there was something I didn't see, but that's hindsight. And I'm not going to beat myself up over the hindsight because I'm not perfect. And I don't really care that I lost that trade yesterday, because in the moment, I was following my plan. Hindsight coulda, shoulda, woulda done better, but I'm not going to keep telling myself that. I'm going to keep telling myself that I'm going to keep focusing on my quality execution, and losses are going to happen. And I'm thankful for a stop loss because it saves the account. Whereas, like, if I follow my plan now and I get a good quality setup today and I take it and I win, there we go, I make the loss back. Well, I could have another loss today. I don't know. Just gotta be in flow. That's the goal. All right, we got Paul. He should be speaking. I could pull him up here on YouTube quick. No, where is this guy? Is he even speaking? Maybe not. I don't see anything of him being live right now. Oh, there we go. He's coming on. Yeah, the market's just going sideways just because he's not speaking yet. Here, I'll pull this over. See, there he is. He's not even speaking yet, so that's why the market's kind of going sideways. It's going to wait till he starts speaking. He's going to say some shit, and then it's going to move this market. And then we look for an opportunity. We just got to wait for liquidity to be generated, movement in the market, and then there we go. We're good to go. We're on opportunity schedule. It's not on our schedule. I don't mean to close all my stuff. Yeah, I'll be here probably for like another hour and 10 minutes. And we'll see if we get anything within then. If we don't, we don't, you know? Patience is key. I mean, you look at a doctor, man, it's like you don't become a doctor in just like 2 years, you know? And it takes time every day. Every day. So I'm probably gonna get off the charts around 11:15. So between now and this time, within this time range, I'm looking for something. And the question is, where's the money? The money's here. We just took the money to the high. There's money down here. Are we gonna go accumulate up in here, do something like stupid like this, something like this, inversion with SMTs, and then trade lower towards these lows, and then I take a short here towards these lows and make my whatever percentage I'm gonna make. What is like my 1.5%? So that's, it could be that. It could just rip up here, do something like this, like really quick. Give me something like this. Short like that. Short up in here. Could be. Or could it just sell off and hit this low and then buy back up, get a buy in here? Something like this. Inversion of some sort in there to buy up into this range, take out this high. That's not even formed yet. So you're taking out liquidity that's not even formed yet. Maybe this liquidity forms at like 10:30 and right now it's 10:06 and we don't enter the trade till 10:50. That's possible. Oh, he's speaking now. I don't know if you guys care, but this is like why the market's been going sideways. I'm going to listen to it for a few minutes and then I'm going to close it out. It's distracting.
I'll note at the outset this hearing has a hard stop at 1 p.m., which we will strictly observe, which seems only humane. I'll now recognize myself for 4 minutes for an opening statement. Thank you, Chair Powell, for being back with us today. With prices increasing more than 20% since President Biden took office, inflation remains top of mind for American families. In fact, only a quarter of Americans describe current economic conditions as good or excellent, according to the most recent data from Gallup's Economic Confidence Index. Despite President Biden's gaslighting, inflation was not 9% when he took office.
We got a higher high up here, lower high on YM.
Now is something
equal lows here on YM. These are clear equal lows. Look at that shit.
Product of their policies and their overspending.
Like price will hit down here at some point.
Fiscally reckless spending.
Just don't know when. Not financial advice. I'm just saying that's what it could do.
Inflationary fire. After a delayed response to runaway inflation, the FOMC has acted with a historic pace of interest rate hikes to ease the pain caused by Democrats' failed economic policies. It is a response, not the actual disease, but the response the Fed is trying to tame these flames, but it's a response to Democrat policies here on Capitol Hill and the administration. So far this year, inflation has been more persistent than many, including the Fed, previously expected. There's still work to be done to reach the Fed's 2%.
Bounce off this fair value gap here.
Said,
moving higher.
The Fed's.
You also got equal highs here in YM, even though we have
said,
SMTs.
The commitment to independent
There's uncertain price action right now.
Of utmost
We just got to deal with it.
And it is critical, especially in a political year like this. Just as Chair Powell, just as you did in previous administrations, you must not allow politics to cloud the Fed's monetary policy. However, despite your best efforts, the Fed independence remains at risk. And unfortunately, calls are coming from inside the building. Under Vice Chair Barr, the Fed's regulatory and supervisory agenda has become politicized. Most notably, the development of the Basel III endgame proposal has been a mess. This process has been cloaked in opaque standards and timelines set at meetings of unaccountable global governance bodies. The Fed has promised to process 410 almost universally negative comments, public comments, regarding the unjustified
The 1 hour closed bullish here. The new 1 hour is pushing higher as soon as it opened, it moved down, but we're pushing higher in the first 10 minutes of it being open. So this could end up being some type of wick, or if Paul says a lot of good shit now, then we could possibly see it just keep expanding. Like, we're all-time highs. We're not trying to pick tops here.
If true, this is a promising development. Chair Powell, the last time you testified before this committee, you stated that the initial Basel III endgame proposal will undergo, quote, broad and material changes, end quote. Yesterday in the Senate, you said the board supports reissuing the updated proposal for public comment. I'm concerned that press reports also claim the Fed will tuck any changes to the proposal into this quantitative impact study. That study, including the substantial changes to the proposal, would then be issued for public feedback with relatively paltry comment period. I'll reiterate to you here what I've said to you in private. Broad and material changes, the Basel III endgame, necessitate a full re-proposal, full stop. Full stop. Failure to do so will result in an immediate Congressional Review Act vote out of this House of Representatives as quickly as we could possibly process it. Now, it doesn't have to be this way, and I think the Fed adhering to its longstanding principles here is highly important, especially with this interagency process. I'll close with this. Your steady and capable apolitical leadership of the Federal Reserve has shepherded our economy through extreme uncertainty. We now find ourselves in the midst of a new type of uncertainty surrounding the leadership.
Paul doesn't look like he's having it.
Doubts, fears, and panic.
I'll pull this over on here.
And even worse policy. I urge you to reject outside political pressure
This is funny.
in this volatile time and stay the course for the good of the American people and our economy as a whole. Thank you for your service, and I yield back. I'll now recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Ms. Waters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Welcome back to the Honorable Jerome H. Powell, Chairman, Board of Governors.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
Reserve System. Chair Powell, as we saw with the latest jobs report, the labor market remains
This fair value gap right here.
and the economy is surging. Despite inheriting an economy from the prior administration that had the worst jobs record since the Great Depression, President Biden has now overseen a record 15.7 million jobs created since he took office, with 206,000 new jobs created just last month. Not only that, but under the Biden administration, we're witnessing low unemployment rates, rising wages, and stabilizing prices for goods and services. This is not only because of President Biden's strong leadership, but also because of the historic legislation signed into law by President Biden, which has resulted in lower costs, created more jobs, rebuilt our infrastructure, supported small businesses, eliminated mostly junk fees, wiped out more than $144 billion in federal student loan debt, for 14 million bars.
It's crazy how
poverty
political these damn
Biden is and will
Federal Reserve calls have gotten.
advance policies that are
I think it's all
work-life
bullshit.
jobs, and an economy that works for everyone. Now, while I'm pleased to see that inflation is declining, the latest data makes clear that housing remains the #1 driver of core inflation. Since 2020, house prices have increased by nearly 50%.
He looks miserable.
Americans now spending on average over 30% of their income on housing. This is a top priority.
He's like, shut up. I just want to say my speech.
Republicans. Earlier this Congress, I reintroduced my comprehensive legislation housing package, including the housing crisis response.
Price is moving higher and higher right now. Pokes the high, rips up, retests his gap. Continuing to move higher. Not really anything I like right now. I don't trade 15-second, but there's a 15-second entry right here. 15-second inversion, there was SMT.
And accessible homes, bring down housing costs for all, and revive the American dream.
Right now there's liquidity down here.
Committee Democrats are committed to getting this
We're
bill
just waiting for more price
passed
action up here to see what it wants to give us.
I hope that our Republican colleagues will finally join us in this effort. Unfortunately, extreme MAGA Republicans are not just ignoring housing inflation, they're advancing their Project 2025 manifesto that would dismantle U.S. democracy and the economy as we know it today. Project 2025 is authored by almost 24 former Trump White House staffers and Trump administration officials. It was compiled and published by the ultra-far-right Heritage Foundation, whose CEO recently declared that they are, quote, in the process of a second American revolution, which will be bloodless if the left allows it to be, quote, unquote. And if that kind of talk reminds anyone of the rhetoric we heard in the lead up to and on January 6, 2020, it should. Project 2025 promotes radical ideas to materially undermine the Federal Reserve, if not effectively abolish. MAGA wants to put you out of a job, Chairman Powell. So I look forward to your testimony and hearing from you, a Republican who was first nominated by President Trump, about your thoughts on the importance of the Federal Reserve and the work you have done to help our economy.
I want to hear this. He's probably not going to answer anything about it.
Gentleman yields back. I note for the records, Jerome Powell was initially nominated by President Obama to the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve before being nominated by President Trump to chair. So here we are. We'll recognize the chair of the Financial Institutions Subcommittee, Mr. Barr, the Andy Barr variety, for 1 minute.
All right, here we go. We're getting some movement now. Higher high, lower high.
Runaway inflation.
All right, I'm shutting that off. It's distracting. I ain't even gonna fucking do anything. We just inverted this 1 minute gap. We'll see if this wants to short from here. We have a high, SMT, drawing liquidity lower. 20 points. I'm not taking this. I want to see some more price action within this area. We got a bullish 15-minute closer. I want to see if this wants to really just reverse now. Just want to keep watching this price action. Gun to my head, we are going to move lower. But we'll see. Stops to go to break even as soon as we tap this low here. So right now it starts to be at break even. We'd be targeting down here, 20 points. Yeah, look at all those equal lows down here. We even hit 50% of the opening range, so we're probably going to keep pushing. was that, 3 minutes? It's like ripped all the way down. So what took 11 minutes to push up from here, 3 minutes it pushes down. But we've been in this same area consolidating for 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes within this area, and we're already back down in here. We got a fair value gap here we're bouncing off of. You want to see how this fair value gap plays here? Notice how we came all the way down to the 830 level, which is this blue line. We also never came down to the midnight open yet. We opened here. We really rallied away from midnight open. Never came back down to it. Which is still making me think that's what we could be targeting lower. I would love to see another drive higher. Shift, another SMT, and then we get a inversion in here. Some type of equal lows, maybe. See, look how much time we got. We go down to we're on this 1 minute time frame. We have so much time here to give me good information before I get off the chart. So why would I want to like rush something? Oh, fucking fat displacement. Not even a break of structure yet. Why would I want to enter without even seeing like a nice break of structure yet? I mean, sometimes I can. Sometimes it's a good setup. Sometimes it's not. I mean, we invert the chart. I like going long on something better like this. Yeah, I inverted the chart. So that's why the chart's like upside down. Look at that 5 minute inversion there. I do like going long better than going short, to be honest. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. I'll go back. It's likely to keep pushing down lower. We're about to be... Where did I say short? Like right here. So yeah, that'd be TP1 already. 20 points. Give us standard deviations. We could be targeting these equal lows here. This low would be 30 points. So you lock in 400 and then 600. So that'd be 1,000 right here. $1,000. Then you'd let one go, another 800. I mean, you'd be locking over 2K on this one. 4, 8, 10. Yeah, you'd be locking it. You'd be locking in about 2,000 on this. Just this move from here to here, based on taking profits of 20 points, 30 points, and then a little more than 50. But if you want to go lower, by all means, that's what you could go to. I was saying I was short earlier too. I had a short bias going in. We'll see. Just came down into here. Might take this low, reverse back in, soup this, maybe hit this high, and then get something even better. Maybe. A little bit more confirmation. It's just the stuff that moves fast that I don't really like. Like it just sets up so fast, like we're ripping up, and it's like, I ain't trying to pick the top, dude. I'm not. But if it's according to your plan, go for it, you know? And that's why I've grown so much, because I used to like not be able to miss out on moves like that, but now I easily can, and I'm satisfied with it. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. I'll be right back. All right. So we just took out this low. Now we got this high up here. I want to see if price wants to reach up into that high. We go to the 1 hour time frame. Now we traded down. We're back to this area here. Do we get some type of retracement back in and then a sell back off? It's possible. You know, it's very much possible. We look bearish over here on YM. So if we reach lower here into these equal lows, which looks like that might be our target, then we could get a reversal back up. We'll see. Put an alert on the 50%. But as of right now, it's pushing. Pushing bullish back into that range. 30-second inversion level here. Likely to reach this high right now. Like, let's say we entered here. Likely to... Yeah, it's not a good RR, obviously. But I'm just saying, from the closure of this 30-second inversion... We do have SMTs, but we have way too many equal lows. So we didn't even hit that high yet. So if we get SMT at these wicks, oh man, this ain't too shabby, to be honest. This ain't too bad. Lower low. I'm staying out of this, though. Even though I'm thinking we could buy from here, I'm tape reading this one. It's... I would say... Dude, it's just hard because... Yeah, I'm not taking it because I'm second guessing it. You can make both sides for this one. Just because it's a pattern doesn't mean I'm taking it. We did try to do a discount. We took out this low. We just don't have the SMTs I like to see. I know we have it at the wicks on the 30-second, but it just doesn't give me that vibe of like, okay, this is quality. I would say if I was to give this a conviction level, I would say 6 out of 10 to reach this high, but to reach up here, I'd probably say like a 3 out of 10 or like a 4 out of 10. So like that's not really a good conviction level for this trade. Just because I'm looking at the 5-minute and we inverted here. This already looks kind of bearish. We got relative equal lows here. We took out huge buy side. So I'd rather wait for a rip up higher. Maybe some more SMTs, more inversions to go short. But if it just shorts from here, I'm okay with just completely missing out. If that makes any sense. And the way that I'm thinking right now is the only way any successful trader has really come to peace with being successful. So my habits are more important than me taking a damn trade because I see an inversion for value gap. My trade is liquidity taken, drawn liquidity, inversion. It's very very simple with SMTs. You have to have SMT divergence as well, but yeah, then we target like a one-to-one with 20-point risk, 20-point take profit, and then you go for the next swing high or 40 points. So that's really what you look for, and then you let the last one go to the higher time frame liquidity, or you take it off at the standard deviation, whichever comes first. It's not that hard. I'm going to watch this fair value gap here. I'm not taking it because I'm not that convinced. If we got another sweep lower, or even took this low down here, oh my goodness. If we just left these highs here and we just rip down here, rip down or just like straight down, One little rejection here, more rejection. Take this low. And we got an inversion here. Oh my god, that'd be a fucking beautiful trade. If we left these highs here. Oh look, we just hit that high there. Oh no, not yet. We hit it on the 5 minute. We hit the 5 minute fair value gap, as you can tell right here. We didn't over here. But man, like I'm saying, if we leave these highs, holy shit, that's beautiful. If we just start trading down lower now, and then we get something later, I'm so down for that. Or if we rip this high up in here, take this liquidity, give me an inversion up here to short down into here. Take profit there, down here. Look, we got these equal lows now. There's just so many possible situations that are so much better quality than what we have. I'm taking this off. Like, look at this. We got these equal lows here. So there's a low here from 952 in the macro, and then a low here from 1023 in the 1020 macro. Five minute for value gap down here. 2 minutes. 1 minute for value gap, for value gap. So we're moving lower. This is probably... Just trying to stay in flow. I used to get like bored like right now around this time, and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna like take a trade, or I'm gonna like completely lose focus or whatever. I'm not getting a setup. But you think about it, if you wait another 40 minutes from now, which is like a good quality time to look for a setup, that one setup, it depends. Like, it's going to build up your accounts. Could be a good $200 win, depending on what account size you're trading. I mean, is it worth another 40 minutes to look for a setup for 200 bucks? Yeah, I think so. In my case, with this 150K account, I'm looking for like a $2,000 trade. And I mean, being patient and waiting and saving my energy for a good quality setup is better. Versus me, okay, let's say I took this low quality setup, look what I would be doing right now. I'd be looking at these equal lows, second guessing myself. I'd be looking at these equal highs, saying, why are these equal highs not hit yet? You know what I mean? We got Powell speaking, which is causing more uncertainty in the market. Okay. So it's... the news is just a catalyst, though. But now look, we just closed down below that 1 minute inversion. We left these equal highs. That 1 minute inversion closure is saying we might be more likely to go reach these equal lows now. Hence is why I did not take that trade. Even if we hit these highs, I'm okay with that. I'm missing out. Look at that. Look at that, just gravitating towards these lows here. It's so peaceful to watch this. Let's see it hit these lows. Let's go down on here. 15-second time frame. Let's even go down to a 1 second time frame. Let's watch it just hit these lows here in this purple line. Let's watch that. This is where the magnet is, right here. I don't even know where the magnet is. There we go, buddy. There we go, buddy. Let's get down there, buddy. Now look at all these equal lows here. You think this is like random? Like these equal lows here? That's fuck no. And like look at this 1 second. These equal highs here takes the equal highs and then we're trading lower. And then where does it go? Does it go to these equal lows now? In this range because we took out this high on the 1 second time frame? Oh wow. Look, build liquidity, take it out in the 1 second. Go for the internal liquidity equal lows. If it's very bearish, it's going to reach towards these equal lows right now. But we could come take out these equal highs maybe, and then come down, or maybe not. Yep, takes out these equal highs here, ripping back up. We got these equal highs here. I'm just marking up how price moves. I'm not trying to take a trade. Comes back into this range. If we measure the high, come on. Moving too fucking fast. And the premium. Comes into the premium. Got equal highs up here now. Fair value gap. It's just so cool to see this. Look at that. Oh my god, blows through these fucking lows, man. There's the magnet just got hit. So simple. It's just cool to see it. I'm not like I said, I wasn't trying to take something like that. But it was just very interesting to watch. I marked up just how price moves. It's all fractal. It all happens in the lower time frame too. Like I was likely for price to close here now on the 5 second. Now we could rip up to these equal highs that are right up above here. I'm not taking it, but this is what I'm looking for. From here, stop down here. We filled in this entire gap. On this 1 hour again, filled it in. Now let's see if we continue up to that high. Like I said, I'm not taking it. So that's what I'd be looking for. That'd be 5 points, and then we got these equal highs up here. Preferably, I'd love to see this just trade down lower, below here, and give me a buy up to these highs. That's what I want. But I gotta keep in mind we already traded into here. I'm gonna mark up 50% of this wick here. Because if we create SMTs and we have 50% of this wick, that's considered a fair value gap retest for me. Because wicks act as fair value gaps, and I like the 50% of a wick rejection if we do get that. But what's holding me back on this one here is that we have these equal lows. If this ripped through the low, reacted off this midnight open, and then we had like a 50% right here, we got a retest of that, that'd be even better. But that's not what happened. Now these are closing bearish. I don't like it as much anymore. I feel like I said, that 5 second inversion there, it obviously didn't play out. I don't like this anymore. It can still play out, but I'm just gonna observe right now. We got our next macro starting in 12 minutes. So I wouldn't even want to take a trade unless it's like 12 minutes from now at least. Oh shit. Just clicked on a notification thing or whatever. Trust me, patience is key. Be able to see how price moves. Let's go back to this higher time frame here. See what we have. We traded below over here. We stayed higher here and here. So these are the stronger indexes. I wonder if we're going to get a reaction up here to take out these equal highs. Balancing off this 5-minute fair value gap, higher time frame PD right here. Like I said, look at this. Low. Lower low on NQ. Higher low over here. Taking liquidity. Even if we get this 2-minute closure, I don't fucking like it, dude. Then we got a leg down, leg down. I'd love to see one more leg down. And then get it. I would love to. Like if we enter like right now, we just took out internal highs here. It'd be like lower probability. Therefore, it's not that clear to me yet. Yet, I should say. And it's not in our macro. We got 9 minutes left. So I'm going to wait. If it goes without me, cool. Maybe there'll be a short setup that's A+ in here before my time. And then that's where I make my money. Or there's just nothing. And I just sat on my hands all day observing price and following my plan, and I would say I gave myself a win for the day because I followed my plan. Ah! You watch all the people on YouTube with their videos and stuff, and it's like they don't show how slow they are. Like, how slow the market can be. And how the majority of the time you're just waiting. Like, look at that. If I entered that trade, like, there wasn't even a trade set up. But if I did enter that, I'd be pulling right back down. Let's see if it'll reach this right all the way down now. Let's see. Those equal highs are sexy. Like my eyes are on that bitch up there. I want that bitch today. At some point. Oh, fucking A, man. Another swing low. Ooh, hit 50% of that area there. Bullish SMT. There's a 30-second for value gap right there. I'm gonna get ready for a buy limit on this bitch. To target to those equal highs. I want to wait like 5 more minutes though. But the SMTs are kind of beautiful here. Two minutes not looking the best. 3 minutes, not looking the best. I'm just monitoring this price action right now. I'm going to measure the standard deviation for more potential targets. There's our standard deviation range. If we get a closure above this in our macro, and the SMT still holds, or if there's more SMT, 20 points there, one contract off there, stats will break even right here. Next contract would go off at 40 points. Or the fill of this gap here. Take it off right before the rejection block there. So that would stay intact. And then the following one would go to the standard deviation target right there. If this is like the case that it presents. But I still want to keep in mind that we could be falling down below these equal lows here. Yeah. Look at that. If that inverted, I would say we're likely to reach it here, but it didn't even invert. And we're not even in our macro. That's the difference between entering and not entering. Three minutes left. We still got SMTs forming. 3 minute time frame. You can just tell it's like bearish order flow though. Order block retested, order block retested, order block here for a value gap. We rejected that. I just don't know if she's ready. Yeah, 5 minute doesn't look good. 9 minute doesn't look good either. I'm most likely gonna hold off from what I see now, but I could get more information over the next few minutes that could change my mind here. So you still have that gap there. Got a 15-minute gap here. This is fucking bullish too to these equal highs. I'm gonna sit this one out. We're taking out internal liquidity too. Okay, we didn't even invert it anyway, so that's good. I was gonna sit out even if we did invert it. I wouldn't have taken that. I do want to see it reach up here though. I just need some more information. Fucking A, dude, this price action is not it. Like, trust me, I would like to take something, but nothing's really screaming at me telling me it's high probability right now. Nothing has all morning. I mean, the 15-second here, yes. In pre-market, like lower low, liquidity, higher low. Drawing liquidities. But I don't trade before news or pre-market like that. That's alright. $10.50. I wonder what's going on with the news right now. Anything interesting? Yeah, I want to X real quick, see if there's anybody saying anything. All right. We came up, took out this high, internal high, we shifted lower. We're about to close this 30-second inversion. From what I see here, this is the high probability move to the downside. To right there. We rejected that. We obviously didn't hold it. Look at the SMTs, man. Lower high. And 30 low. Yo, if the same person is on here that said practicing good patience, I hope you can learn from this today. Like, you gotta know what you're looking for, man. Or woman, I don't know. I don't know who you are. But, you really gotta know what you're looking for. Like, I'm gonna pull some up here. Like knowing what you're looking for, like this, or something like this, like SMTs, inversion, low, lower low, discount, inversion, drawing liquidities in this gap, and higher. Like knowing what you're looking for is so crucial. We just traded lower into a discount again. We're still holding here. We took out these equal highs on dollar. After hitting 50% of the overall range. So does that mean we can rip up to these highs? It's fucking possible, man. It's fucking possible. Or we just consolidate it. Gun to my head, we're gonna reach towards these days of lows now. Take that stupid indicator off. I would say we're reaching down here. There she goes. I've seen this plenty of times too where I'm not in it. And then we get these lows made and then we get a setup after for some type of internal liquidity. So like you get your FOMO out of it. You just realize like what price is doing. It's just seeking for money. It's seeking these equal lows here. I just don't think the RR is worth it. There's too many equal highs up here for me to want to go short here. Yes, we just took out this internal liquidity. We don't need to go to these highs yet. I get it. And then we got this breaker here. We played out the breaker. So, I get it. Now let's just see if we move down here. Hit a higher time frame PD array. And then possibly get a reversal back into these equal highs today. It's possible. Slowly chopping its way down. Look at that 2-minute closure. That's bearish as fuck. Like, whoever is short right now is looking good. This dollar's bullish. It might reverse at some point. I got about 12, 13, 14 minutes left. Let's see. I'm gonna watch this fair value gap here. If we invert that fair value gap, it's possible it could rip up long. But I'm not gonna long here because these lows. Man. Fucking slow day, man. Slow day. Alright, 1 minute inversion closure. I want to see it rip up to this gap now. Potentially up into here. But we got this 5-minute order block that's resisting. So this inversion could easily fail. Just shorter from this fucking order block. If you trade order blocks, that's a bearish short right there. There's no order block. 5 minute. 5 minute order blocks are pretty strong when you're in a downtrend with clear lows below you. Look at this, pushing higher, moving lower. They're not in sync. It's terrible quality right now. So close, equal lows. You got the breaker now. More equal highs here if we get a long later. Oh my god. I'll be so happy to take a long if we get a good setup. We got more buy side up here. So let's reach for this low first. New hour opened. We'll see it trade possibly down below these lows. Reject. I do know we have midnight open though. That's the one thing that's keeping me on edge here. We're gonna keep watching lower time frame here. So we just took the lows, which is a good sign. Stayed higher here. So look at this, higher high. I mean higher low, lower low. We took the higher time frame liquidity, higher time frame PD array there. Now I want to watch these gaps. We got a 1 minute gap here. We got equal fucking highs right here. So if we invert this 1 minute for value gap, I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna take a stab at this trade. It's gonna move down there. Okay, dude, if it just rips down, I'm not getting in it. No fucking way. We're even likely to hit this area. We even got more equal lows down here if it wants to keep ripping down. I'm taking that off just in case. I'm gonna wait. I am gonna wait. Cause look, now we broke that SMT there. We hit this 50% of the opening range. I mean, we could fill in this opening range fully. It's possible. We're at the standard deviations here. We're at the midnight open. We rejected the midnight open. If we go bearish here, which I don't know, 15 minutes close bullish. I would have loved to see this to stay intact though, but it didn't. It's not giving me good vibes. There's so many like long targets up here too. Like look at all these equal highs up here. Equal highs here. You just staircase its whole way down. Yeah, I got 5 minute FVG. Nasty. We even inverted this one. That 5 minute order block there. That's fucking nasty. Taking it to this low, like I was saying, you could even go to midnight. Probably wouldn't be holding it much more, but yeah, that was the move. Look at that rejection now. We're just got a fat ass rejection. Still got SMTs in place. We just inverted that 30-second. I want to see this rip up now. I mean, that happened too fast. Like, that is a good entry. Probably gonna rip 20 points. Damn, I didn't see that. Just happened so fucking fast. It's too late for me to get in now. I want to see if this 2 minute closes here. Yeah, this still looks good. I'm gonna take a little risk on here. I see the SMTs and the wicks. If I get hit out, whatever. I like it. I think it's worth the risk in my opinion. A lot of equal highs up here, man. There's so many fucking equal highs. Better confirmation, be waiting for that 2 minute to close. I just like how we hit the midnight open. Let me take one off here. Yeah, I'm looking at the 5 minute. It kind of looks like shit in the 5 minute. I don't know if I would trust this, to be honest. So that's why I have such little tiny risk on here. Like, if you look at the 5 minute, it just looks like trash. Like, looks like we're gonna probably continue lower. I didn't even take this on my phone today. I just took it on eval trade because it's not the best. If we end up flipping back around and get this 2 minute inversion closure, and the 5 minute looks a little bit better with some more closures, I'll take another trade. But like, this is something like only experience can really help you out with here. So 20 points would be right here. So one contract comes off here. Next one comes off with this swing high. The last one will come off. Motherfucker. There we go. I think I accidentally put an alert on. Last one will come off with this swing high. If we reverse, like, this is like stupid early. So I'd say wait for this 2 minute. Wait for this 2 minute to close. If we close above this 2 minute, I'd say this is a lot more probable here. Waiting on ES to close there. DXY. DXY is still pushing up. I don't fucking like it. Fuck. Alright. Alright. We're getting up above there. I'm liking this now. Two minutes pretty solid. This gives me a lot more confidence here. I'm moving a tight ass stop on this now. Let's see how this plays. 15 to 5. So what I don't like about this is that we just ripped into a 5 minute fair value gap. We're probably up about like 400 or 500 on there. Like I said, this is fucking early. We don't have SMT at the higher time frame here. And we just hit the fucking high over there. This is not the best setup, I will fucking tell you that. I'll be completely honest with you. We just ripped this high. It's a bearish SMT at the highs. These two here don't have like the bullish SMT I'd want to see on these type of wicks. You really, really, really want to wait for like a 5 minute inversion here. Like, how many times are we gonna fuck this low here? Like, this is the last area here. Like, I'd want to see this 1 minute just like close a little bit higher. I don't want to see this gap really get retested again, but it might. I'm only risking like 6 points on that bitch. We'll see. We just left the macro, so we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. We ripped this high here. I'm moving to break even. Okay, I'm moving to break even. We're up like 600 bucks. Moving stops to break even on my funded account too, which might get hit out. My it's not as tight. I mean, my entry's not as tight on my funded, so we'll see how the funded goes. So, do we have potential for 50 points on this bitch? Oh yeah, we got way more potential. We might get hit out if it pulls back anymore. I'll be hit out on my break even on my funded. So 25. So we need to hit 70. So where's my fucking entry? This top step X is weird. Okay, I think it's 726 plus. Okay, so 777, I'll say. Okay, cool. That was a little bit of like a hard entry for me, but I mean, it's working out so far. We'll see. It's going to manage the position as we go. I mean, you could tell like my emotions are kind of at play there a little bit. I mean, you could see like the patience played out, and I accepted the risk. I mean, I told myself I know I'm a little bit early. I know we hit the higher time frame discount, we hit our SMT, we inverted, but I'm allowing price to start playing out, and I saw the SMT at these wicks, and I'm just going to allow price to do its thing. So we're about to hit our 20 points from entry here. So 20 points will actually be a little bit higher. I'll just leave it. So we're about to break this high. I wonder if we're going to invert this or not. There's that 5 minute. If we invert this 5 minute, that's even more probability for it to keep going. So we're about to take about 3 and some change off. Close to 400. Okay, it was locked in floors or whatever we locked in there. We just took one contract off. We're going to let the next 2 run. My funded account, I'm letting them run because you got to hit like 200 in a certain amount of time. Whatever. So let's see. We'll let these ones go. And I'm going to put this up on my 30-second. Ooh, my standard deviations would be right about here from a 30-second swing low. These would be way up here. Fucking A, man. And this is why I take partials. Like, if it comes back down to break even, it comes back down to break even. You know, I just take partials based on... Alright, we're about to get break even. Yep, break even on my funded. Holy shit. Yeah, my entry was not as good on there, because I waited for the 2 minute on my funded here, like I was saying. But that's cool. It's okay. And guess what? We still, even if this hits break even here, we still came out with profits. And I just gotta accept the market conditions is not what I was like necessarily like hoping for today. Good executions. I mean, you enter here, a little bit of drawdown. Take it right out the high here. So from entry to where I took off, so I took it off at 738. $17, that's not terrible. We could still come down and soup these lows here, fair value gap, and then rip up, but I'd rather just protect my position and just wait for something better at a different time. Do we 5 minute? Ooh, we didn't even inverse that 5 minute. I mean, this next 5 minute could just rip right up above it. I mean, I would have hit my funded account break even, which is okay. We could just be retesting this 2 minute inversion again. Yeah, we're gonna soup these lows. Okay, we'll make a lower low there, staying higher here. Alright, I'm gonna have to hop off soon though. I'm gonna do like my trading recording, my notebook, see how this thing plays out. My eyes are on the prize. Look at all these equal highs up here. If we swing low one more time, that's fine. Even if we do swing down here, I still eventually want to see price get back into these equal highs at some point. And I'd want to see this start to sell off soon. We are starting to get heavy order blocks. We don't want to see these get inversed on dollar. I want to see this keep working lower. But if we get a break even here, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. Either take another trade in the next macro or I'll just leave it. This 5 minute is key. Yeah, we just made equal lows there, so I would expect this to sell off. Yeah, new 2 minute open. Probably gonna push right here and sell right back off. Maybe out of break even any second now. And then we'll see what happens there. I might just consolidate and rip right back up. To close out now, I'd be up 500 on the day. I'm following the process though. My plan doesn't say to close out. My plan says to hold the trade. To either break even or my limit orders. That's what my fucking plan says to do right now. You go to the 5 minute here. Look at the higher low, lower low. If we inverse this 5 minute here in the next 1 minute, the probability of this going even higher is very strong. So that'd be a 5 minute IFVG if we inverse this bitch. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it might. 23 seconds, we'll wait and see. It's got to get up right above my point there. Let's see. I don't think it's going to happen. No, did it even get 50% of this wick? No, we didn't even get 50% of that. Close out 800. I think I only locked in 360 bucks on that other move from earlier. Oh, this is a hard little range we're in. Lunchtime. It's like we got these equal lows now. We got this fair value gap here. We're probably gonna fucking hit this fair value gap and buy back up. Which is like one of those things as like a trader, you guys gotta like let it happen. I will come right back down to my entry here. Fair value gap and I'll buy back up, but it's like not worth the risk. I mean, I could move my stop right down below it. Into 3 points or so. What would 3 points be? Yeah, I'll be watching to see if we buy up from here, or we rip down, hit this, and then continue. Or if we just use this order block to rip up to here, maybe come back down, or we just keep ripping and leave these. It's possible. We'll see what happens. 4 minute time frame. Nothing. 3 minute. Nothing. 2 minute. Not much. Yeah, they got so many equal lows here. I think it's got to rip down there at some point. We'll see. It was a good day. Caught about 17 points there. Looking for a little bit more than 50. See if Super reaches up for 36, up to about 54 points. So we'll see. That'll be a... There's 2 more contracts. This will be... 8, 7, like 700, I think, because 4, this would be 400, 5, 6, yeah, it'd be about a little over 7 on that, and then we got 8, be like another 1,700 bucks right now. I think about 17. Definitely between like 15 and 2,000 for the next contracts on here. I'm more focused on the price action. See if we get up into here. Another minute 30. If we get a bullish 5 minute closure above this for value gap, I would say these are clear targets. If not, maybe a retest down into this range, and then a continuation after. Not financial advice, but that's just what I'm looking for. Pretty good move. 1 minute order block right here. Down close candle. Close up bullish above it. YM. I said hit the high, but we rejected. We pulled back. We came back up higher. Obviously spooling higher right now. 2 minute just had a nice 2 minute closure there. 3 minute, nice closure on the 3 minute. 4 minute, nice closure on the 4 minute. Waiting on the 5 minute, we got about 38 seconds. If we close up above this 5 minute fair value gap, I would say we are more likely to reach up towards these highs up here. These highs here. These highs up here. Boom. That'd be a nice day. Okay. There we go. There we go. Nice little push. 1,000. This would be 23 points. 5-minute inversion closure. There we go. I know I said I was gonna get off, but like we're getting some good movement here. I like that. That's what we've been waiting on. Now I want to see liftoff, motherfucker. Let's see if we have more equal highs here. No, we got this gap, but there's none equal highs unless you're like right here. Take this next one off like right before this high. Dude, we are ripping, dude. You got all these equal highs. This is my last target up there. You got these right here. First one off there, second one off here. I know we're hitting these equal highs. I could take profit off now, but if it goes down to break even, I mean, I'm okay with that too. I'm following my trading plan. I mean, that's all that matters at the end of the day. When we take this high here on ES, because we got equal highs here on ES, when we take that high, I will close this contract that I have right here on NQ. I'll close it. And the reason being is because that could indicate liquidity taken. Now we could get a pullback. So even especially if we're above 50% of this range. So what I have marked up in my chart right now, if you saw me mark it up earlier, was from this high to this low. 50% of that is this red line, as you can see in the middle of the screen. That's right here. That would be equilibrium of this range. So when price goes down and takes liquidity, it's going to gravitate back to equilibrium. We don't necessarily know how far it's going to go, but I see that we have these equal highs up here. Okay. I'm even going to put the clean range on. Equal highs, which line up with the 79%. So this is a clear pool of liquidity. Okay, we're just about to hit the 50% here. About to hit the standard deviation, -1 there. Okay, we just hit that. Look at that. We hit the 50%. And we're instantly rejecting off of that. It's only 28 points. So let's see if we keep pushing higher here. You gonna launch up, dude? You gonna launch up? I mean, look at this shit. Does this look bullish to you? Like, it's bullish to me. Very good learning day, in my opinion, for everybody. Rejection block right here. We haven't hit that yet. So when we hit this rejection block, I would think we're going to see some reaction there. So like in your journal, if you guys didn't take any of this, just go back and just rewatch it. Okay. There we go. Oh, we're just about to hit that shit. Alright, I'm closing right there. I'm closing one more contract there. I'm going to let the last one go. I'm going to let it gravitate up to here. These equal highs. That'd be 55 points. I'm closing it at the standard deviation target. Holy fuck, man. We are on fire. Move my stop. Because I had well, I closed one contract, so I only have one open now. Dude, we are on fucking fire right now. We're almost there. This is cool. So we're up 40 points right now. 1,700. Yeah, we got some fat bearish SMT though. I would not be surprised if we get a pullback now though. Trying to look. If we get a 2-minute inversion closure here, 30 seconds from now. If we close up above this 2-minute for value gap, I would say these equal highs are suspect. Right here. We get that 2-minute closure here. We did get that 2-minute closure, huh? We did. I'm gonna mark that 2-minute up here. We are in fucking lunch hour though. I'm closing this bitch right there. There we go. We're done. Cool. $1,895. Would have been on the chart for time to get on the chart like 9 o'clock. 2.5 hours. Cool. Good day. So the loss I had yesterday, I made back plus 12. Plus 700 more. So yeah, within the last 2 days, 700. It sucks that I'm on the funded though. Break even hit. So it's break even on the day with the funded. But that's alright. Followed the trading plan. I knew that we had bearish SMT at these highs up here, and if we had more at these wicks, this was my mindset here, is that we were already in a premium. Like, I'd say price is still likely to go up here, but I wanted to like just get out. I mean, how many fucking points is this? You're at 47 points. Like, don't be a greedy bastard. Yes, with these equal highs, but we have bearish SMT in the wicks. We have just straight up candles. Like, this is, I was definitely favored here by the market god. So we could see some type of pullback and then a push higher. Maybe we even get a pullback down into that range that we missed out on down here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it as that. But take it easy, guys. Not financial advice. Hope you guys learned something. Love y'all. Peace out.